everybody. Welcome to Make It Make Sense. I'm Monique Presley. Thanks so much for taking the time and the space to come here where we commit to do one thing for you. Make it make sense. Where you need clarity, maybe where there's some confusion, where it's worthy of conversation. We promise to bring you facts, data, for information and inspiration. So even in the most trying of times, and aren't we in them, we can help you to live better, more thriving lives. I did not get to do Motivational Monday on Monday because Monday the news was doing what news does, and I ended up covering one of those topics, and I thought, what's wrong with motivation on Thursday? We'll call it Empowerment Thursday. But what it really is just my awareness kind of in my headspace, my heart space, my spirit, knowing as I watch alert after alert come up with yet another thing that has happened or this administration has done that can completely throw us off kilter. I was just sitting tonight getting ready for my segment, The Week with Monique, which will drop tomorrow on Don Lemon's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to be talking about the attack on our vote, the efforts by this president through the most recent executive orders and other actions to try to really federalize elections and to keep us from having the representative power that we're supposed to. But then while I was reviewing that, I saw the other orders that came out where they're attacking the Smithsonian and the African American History Museum and supposedly bringing back this America First ideology and insulting everybody you can think of. I mean, black folks, brown folks, gay folks, trans folks, women's folks. They referred to something that is in the Women's History Museum that they're not going to let be in there anymore. I mean, just a mess, a mess. I don't want to talk about that. And then, of course, we've seen that they are just picking up people off the streets, that we've got these plainclothes, mask-wearing agents of some sort. I guess they're federal agents, federal law enforcement. They just picked up a young woman who's here illegally on a student visa because of her outspoken views about the situation with Israel and Gaza. They're picking up people. I saw where a young man has been deported. They claimed that he had a gang tattoo and it was autism. And if you've been following me for any period of time, you know how much that pisses me off. And he's now in a hideous facility in another country that people are just don't even have any idea how he's going to be able to get out of. And my point is, it's a thing and then a thing and then a thing. And I'm going to be covering the things for you as best as possible, breaking them down, bringing in experts to talk to you, colleagues of mine when we need to. But sometimes what we need is a breath. And sometimes what we need is some encouragement for our circumstances and some guidance on how to survive it. And so for the next few minutes, I got a message for you. You see that? Don't give up. If you've got faith in God, don't give up. Don't give up on God. God's still on the throne. God's still being God. Anchor yourself. You know how to pray? Pray. Never learned how to pray? Here's your opportunity. Give it a go. It's just conversation back and forth with the Alpha, the Omega, the all-knowing one, the creator of the universe, one who thought you were special enough to put you right here in this time, to have purpose, to have place, to be on a mission. And if you want to know what those things are and why that matters now, start with God. Have some really great conversations, whatever you call God, wherever your faith place is. Talk. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on yourself. It may feel like you have nothing that you can do about any of this stuff. I read the messages when I'm posting, when I'm trying to give you guys things to do, and someone stuck up a comment under one of my posts. I think under just yesterday's post, and was saying, I'm just one person, I'm an individual. I call my members every day. I vote, I do this. What can I do? I'm just one person. And I'm going to go back and respond and say, you're doing it. because just one person plus just one person plus just one person, that's how we break it down. That's how we make change, by each of us doing whatever we can do and joining with others. One can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. That's real churchy. If you know, you know. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on humans, on your fellow man and fellow woman. You are not alone out there. Even though this situation can be very isolating and we feel like there's constant bombardment and attacks. We feel that way because it is. If you've seen my videos from earlier this week, I mean, there's incompetence and criminality at the highest levels of our government, and that can be a big freak out, because what do you do against all that power when people don't intend to use it for good? And there are things that we can do, and we're talking about those things regularly. But right now, I'm saying find community. Don't give up on other humans. Lock in with your family members. Lock in with your friends. Look out for the people in your neighborhood and join forces with them. Maybe you don't have to be worried about what's going on in DC. Trust me, we boots on the ground here, child. We really, nobody's looking the other way around here. There's a lot that's happening. I'll talk to you about some of that at the end. But maybe what you need to do is have some outstretched hands and arms, abilities, and an open heart to those who are in your immediate environment, ensuring that everybody's okay in your house, on your block, in your town. And that is really going to end up mattering, because as our federal government really just disassembles, it's going to matter what's happening at the state level, what your county is handling, what your local school system is doing. So you are in the right place to do those things. I'm gonna give you a scripture. I'm a believer. I believe faith without works is dead, so I'm a worker, but the faith part is first. And so I wanted to just give you this from 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 12, and then I'll get out of your way. It says this: we now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God, not from ourselves. I'm reading the Message Bible, by the way. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. Though suffering, our bodies continue to share in the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be seen in our bodies. So, yep, we're suffering. You can go look that up, 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 12, and whatever your favorite version is. I love the NIV. I love Message. I love New Living Testament. I like a lot of different things. I like to expand my understanding through the reading and through bringing the words in the Bible forward to current day. But you do you, get that King James going, whatever works, and still understand that we may be surrounded, we may be knocked down, but we will be getting back up. We may be feeling a pressing. We might be feeling a pressing, but we're not crushed. And those are two different things. It's tight right now, but we're not destroyed. We're not. If you're looking at me right now, we're not. And we really are going to get through this together. Don't give up. You see it, right? Don't give up. Not on God, not on yourself, not on your neighbor. Take care of you. Take care of you. If there are things that don't need to be in your ears, keep them out. Unnecessary chatter, conversations, gossip, confusion, drama, all the things. We got enough on the mandatory stuff. Out of your headspace. What can you do that can take you out of yourself? And if you go back and you look at my playlist on Don Lemon's channel, on his YouTube channel, Don Lemon Show is the name of his channel. The very first Week with Monique segment, I go through a whole litany of things. What can we do now? I go through a list, and some of those are personal things you can do. Get yourself outside of yourself. Where are your outlets? Not just working out because you need to be healthy, but relieving the stress, getting your feet in some grass, music, dancing, piano, singing, joke telling, playing Uno, Connect Four, whatever you can do that gets you in a space where your brain is not bogged down in the matters at hand and the stress of the day, and opening up your heart space. Like it all connects. My prayer for you is that even in this time, that maybe more so because of these times, you will have an open heart to receive support and the willingness to give support, because we are not here alone. Even if it feels like it sometimes, we are not. And I have been blessed to have just an incredible renewal of sense of community since we've been in these really dark times, where those of us who are anywhere close to the front lines of it and responsible day in and day out for knowing what's going on and trying to strategize about what to do about it. Well, you know that on the night of the President's Joint Address, the State of the Union, we weren't watching that. And there was a response. Group of community, civic, organizational leaders, Black folks came together and gave State of the People for 24 hours, a marathon. And man, was it spectacular. Go to State of the People on Instagram, or find where it was covered on Facebook. I think it was on Breakfast Club, Essence, a whole bunch of people covered it. I covered a few hours of it on my YouTube channel. And you'll see just all of the positive that's in our community and learn a lot of things that will be helpful during this time. Check it out. But now, State of the People tour is coming to a city near you. We're starting with 10 cities, and it will be help. It will be assistance. It will be community building, and it will also be listening and strategizing. And it's going to be some faces you know, some faces you don't know. But you go to State of the People on Instagram, you can see all of the information there. But help's coming, y'all. We have the power. Even though these people abuse power that was given them through our vote, maybe through however they got in office, it's really ours. We have the power. And our power, which is my point to you today, doesn't come from man. So it can't be stripped by man. I'm not dependent upon man to give it to me. It's an inside job. Do you know who you are? When you know who you are, even in the harder days, it's lighter. Yes, it can be hard and light at the same time. All right, that's all I have. I hope that you find this encouraging. I hope you know that I'm here for that as well. You can always stick in the comments on these posts topics that you like to cover or questions that you have. I hope you're following me at Monique Presley on Instagram, on that X Twitter place, though I'm not there that much. Blue Sky at Monique Presley. And subscribe, please, to my YouTube channel, Monique Presley channel. Like and subscribe so the algo will be our friend, and so we can do more of this. I thank you for you, for everything that you do for us all to get better, stronger, farther together. See you soon.